Paul, you've just said on the radio there, obvious disappointment, but positives the way we ended the game?
Yeah, definitely the way we ended. I'm disappointed that we have to go 2 goals down to get that reaction. The second goal was a real body blow to us. Because I thought second half we tried to get the players to be a bit more forward thinking. I felt as though first half it was a little bit too much backwards and square and waiting for things to happen instead of going and making it happen. But you know, that's maybe this was just one game on this little run too many. But we go again. We try and take the finish of the game into the start at Barrow at the weekend, and hopefully the players will be able to do that.
As a manager, as a coach, I know you're going to be disappointed with conceding from a set piece.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, at set plays, we did have an idea that was one of their threats, and we felt as though we had a bit of a height advantage today. I felt as though we were a good size. The players knew their jobs, but unfortunately, if you don't quite react that fraction of a second at the right time, you get done by it, and that's what happened tonight. It's all a big learning experience for the players out there when things like that happen, and they've just got to get it out of the system, go again. We had chances that we could have maybe nicked something. Tyrese had a good opportunity, but I thought Tyrese looked bright when he come on. He looked positive, he went at people, so he shouldn't get screwed up about missing that chance, and just hope he learns for the next one.
They're a good side, they're up in the top 3 for a reason, aren't they? But first half, were you disappointed with what we did?
Yeah, I was, yeah. I didn't think we went about it in the right way. I thought we were a little bit too negative. It was as if like we were waiting for something to go against us to give us a little bit of a jolt. And when you play against a good side, they are going to do something against you. They did it with a set play. The second goal was really disappointed to concede that because we were actually in a bit of an ascendancy at that point. We were looking really positive, and I thought Joe was causing problems out wide, Amari was causing problems, Brennan Dickinson down the left was getting forward. So there was a lot of positive stuff that we have to make sure that we don't really let this derail us. We've got to make sure we stay positive. We remember what we have been doing over the 3 or 4 weeks. Remember what we did in the latter stages of the game today, because I thought we finished it really strong.
And another reminder, you can be in there half, but a misplaced pass or something goes wrong, you can be punished.
Yeah, and we have to accept that we are going to make mistakes. The players are. Even at the top level, players make mistakes. But one of the first days I came in fact I think it was our first day on the grass, I explained to players that we are all going to make mistakes. What I just want to see after it is a reaction. I don't want you to show the whole crowd and the whole world of a mistake, which is what we had tonight. Just get back, recover back into shape, and try and stop the threat. And I think if we'd have done that, we possibly would have had a challenge when the lads struck it from round about the penalty spot. But again, all things we're learning. I'm learning about the players, they're learning the game as they go along. And we have to accept that there are going to be mistakes, but just let's get the reaction right afterwards.
And aside the goal, there's a couple of decent chances. Again, it's another lesson, you've got to take them when they come your way.
Yeah, of course you do. We had some little scrambles in the box, but it didn't quite fall to us, as it has done over recent weeks. And that sometimes you make your own bits of luck. Maybe if you're on the front foot, you get that little thing dropping for you, but it didn't happen tonight. We just got to dust ourselves down and be ready for the next.
4 changes, that's the first time you've made changes to your starting 11 in the 5 games that you've had. What was the thinking behind that, Paul?
Yeah, obviously the first one was Jamie Devitt. He's had a scan at 7:30 tonight, so I don't know the results of that yet as to what the extent of his hamstring injury is, so we'll wait on that one. So that was one that was forced. John Mellish had a little bit of an issue with his partner this evening, who's expecting, and we were a bit concerned. He was saying, I want to be involved, I want to play, but it was touch and go whether he was going to make it for 6:30, so I had to make the call early just to say, right, well in that case then I can't start you, I want you just to go on the bench. So I thought we had a good replacement in Rod to come back in. Thought he looked comfortable in that position, but Mel's made it and obviously made the bench. The other two, Mitch Roberts has trained really well in the time I've been here, and I just felt that he might just give us a bit of energy on that left hand side and get up and down. And I thought there was times where he looked positive and he looked as if he could be a threat, but I just felt I needed to change it and try and get an extra forward on. That's why I took him out of it. And then I just felt that Christian Dennis has absolutely worked his socks off up front with very little reward. And I just thought maybe Toby tonight, with his physical strength and his a bit of pace, might give them problems. It didn't quite happen for Toby up there, but Deno's fine, he's okay, and hopefully we'll have everybody fit and with minutes in them for the weekend, ready to go again.
And as you just said there, if we wondered whether they'd take a knock in confidence, they've almost answered it in the way that they ended the game tonight.
Well, you can't let it affect your confidence. You've got to stay with it. You know, we went into this game tonight as the form team because there's nobody else in this league who's won 4 on the trot. So you can't allow one hiccup to totally derail us. We've got to make sure we get it out of our system, we get freshened up, ready to go again, and whoever is selected on Saturday afternoon has to realise this is a local derby. We're up against a side who are scrapping for their lives, and we've got to make sure we do our own job properly, because if we do, it'll just give us another little cushion away from them and take us a little bit closer to where we want to be.
Finally, from me, Paul, you can see that, I think you've said it to us, there will be bumps in the road, but you can see in your demeanour it still hurts when it does go wrong.
Oh, of course it does, it's horrible. Nobody likes losing. The supporters didn't. The supporters have turned up in great numbers again for a Tuesday night game. Absolutely brilliant, which is what we've asked of them. I think they were a little bit nervous first half because they could see that we weren't quite at it. But second half, I thought they responded because the players gave them something to shout about. And with a bit of luck this weekend, we'll give them a lot more to shout about because they'll be there again in the numbers. And hopefully they'll go away happy.
Thanks, Paul.